I wanted to talk a little bit about some of our traditional food, and I think one of the most important things is corn, maize. Corn only comes from the Americas, as you probably know, and there are many kinds of it. And it was really a labor of love. In one of my earlier videos, you saw the teosinte. All maize is descended from teosinte, and there are, I think, innumerable varieties. We had three here, and when Cartier came through in 1534, he noted that there were miles and miles and miles of our corn. And our corn only grows to be about 3 feet tall, and it's ready in 45 days, and that's because of the climate. So you see wherever you go throughout the Americas where they can grow, they'll have their own adapted corn from the teosinte, adapted to their climate. So it's pretty simple. We're just pounding it here. It can take meal. It doesn't take long, just about 5 minutes. And you'll have enough for a couple of people. But I'll show you. You don't want to watch me pounding for 15 minutes, I'm sure. This is what it looks like when you start. So this is the white corn. We have three kinds of corn. This is the white one. And what I do is I toast it, just like on the plate, toast it in the oven for about 10-12 minutes at 300. That's it. And that's in case flies have laid any eggs or something on it. It will just kill them and keep it from going bad. And it improves the flavor too greatly. So once it's toasted, you just, that's it. This is the end result here. And that makes a really nice and tasty bread. If you want to make soup with it, you, for corn cakes, other corn cakes, you just use, that's a bag of some lye, which is just hardwood ash, ashes of any hardwood that have been sifted. You can use food grade lime too if you'd like, and you don't need a lot. If you would put a teaspoon of this, that would be more than plenty for maybe for 3 or 4 times that much easily, and boil it until the husk comes off. It will take a little while, a couple of hours. Keep changing, adding water to it, and when it's done, you just rub it between your fingers till the husks come off. Rinse it till the water's clear. Obviously, you don't want it tasting like ashes in your soup. Rinse till the water's clear, and then taste one and see, yeah, that's okay now. And after that, you can mash it and drop it into, these are just ordinary corn husks. You would soak these just in cold water. It doesn't take long. And you would put the corn in here and then fold them up and tie it, and then you can steam that or bake it. In fact, Mary Rowlandson, who was captured during the King Philip's War in 1675 in Massachusetts, and was taken up north to northern Vermont, New Hampshire, and so on, she published a book about her captivity, and documented this is the first time that she had ever had this kind of a bread. And she writes in her book, it's called The Captivity and Restoration of Mrs. Mary Rowlandson. She writes in her book, describes the whole, how it was made, rolled up in corn husks, baked in the coals of the fire, and she writes, it was very sweet meat, and she was quite fond of them. I think that's the first reference we have from the Atlantic Maritimes, written by a colonist about this kind of way of baking. So I'd encourage you to try it. It's not difficult. It tastes really good, and they last for a few days. Keep them in the fridge, of course, but they'll last for a while. So I hope that you found this interesting. And this, if you look closer, you can see this is burned out on the inside, right, just with hot rocks. And then as it burns down, you just clean it out, that's all. And there's corn in it, so you can't see it. It's not all like perfectly smooth, and it doesn't matter. You see the smashes on my finger right there. So, but they're simple to make, just a tree trunk. And if you're using a pounder, it doesn't have to look like this. Some people just use a branch that they have a smooth end to, right? So I hope that you enjoyed that.